Okay. Down in the bottom left, it is Ample, although they did show Sharp initially. Okay, there's Ample now. And Sharp is going to be directly above him here on the map. As we always do, guys, before this game really picks up and kicks off, please consider supporting us on our Patreon, patreon.com/ASL English. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Because of your support, we've been able to get the clean feed from Soup. We produce our own broadcast on top of it, and we've been releasing it on YouTube. It's meant the world for us to keep the history of StarCraft alive. So if you haven't signed up already and you're in a position financially to do so, we would love you forever if you did.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. You're really the best, and I mean, this tournament is the most fun, most excellent thing that we do each year. It's just another level. So thank you. Now, talking about this match, okay, so a few things. First off, Sharp plays generally a very non-standard Terran versus Terran. He is really good Terran versus Terran. He's very steady Terran versus Terran, but he generally doesn't play the meta, and he almost always starts with a position you would consider behind, but he's very good from that spot. As far as Ample goes, well, we can see he's going a forward barracks here. That's just, you know, you can put some pressure on if your opponent expands too quick or something like that, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, as far as what Ample's going to do, it's really hard to tell because, again, he's historically so aggressive, but he's fixed up his macro play so much. And, oh, he's going to go for a gaseous expansion tasteless.
Very interesting. It's going to send that SCV out now. And, well, he's sending it actually across the map. But, yeah, I mean, without a gas, the resources can only go into a CC here. And that's kind of cool to see. I really did not expect either of these guys to have this up their sleeve, especially not Ample. So, you know, this kind of rings true to what you were saying, Artos, is that, you know, Ample's come with a very remapped approach to the matchup.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This isn't something that you would have expected to see out of him previously, but a gasless expansion is a really strong opener. It's specifically strong against a factory expansion, which is probably what Sharp will do here. We did have a really weird broken metagame for a little bit after Light released a video where he showed how to do this insane 2-factory in this matchup, and like it broke the metagame for like a week and a half where every TVT was this one build order. But it seems like we've gotten past that at this point. It was while you and I were at EWC, so I'm still weak to the build because I didn't get to see how it evolved where no one does it anymore. But anyways, you know, it looks like Ample will probably have like a slight edge as far as the build orders go, but it's not, you know, the gasless expand against factory expand. It's not unplayable for the factory expand player.
There's bunker at the front,
well,
too.
You know, the obvious disadvantage is that the base is going to be up right away. The SCV, by the way, seeing the bunker, you pretty much know this is a fast expand. You never really see a bunker out there. It's not like
look at how they both with the depot,
TVP,
right by the CC as well.
You might want to throw a bunker out there and you are trying to do something weird and cheesy. But yeah, I mean, it's a situation where I guess the edge will obviously, as far as tech goes, to Sharp. But is there any easy way to punish this, Artosis?
Sometimes players will do something like get a vulture drop off. Here, it doesn't look like that'll be the case. I can't tell 100% yet. I think it's likely he'll just go into mines and just play a regular standard game from here. You know, that's... I've seen some other builds too, right? Because no matter how you look at it, you are slightly behind with this build as Sharp. But like I said, it is playable. You can play from a slightly behind position in Terran versus Terran, and it's actually kind of okay because the matchup is very difficult to end. I would say the problem is not only is he slightly behind, but
seems turbo
there's
behind.
Rotational dominance basically on Dominator in this matchup. So if you are behind your opponent, you have a much better position because you can siege up into the main base really quickly. So like if he
from the low ground,
north,
right?
So
So so he's talking about like this ledge from here to here, maybe. Oh, interesting.
And like if he goes directly north through that corridor that's been scouted, you can basically get like one dropship and push into the main super, super fast. So that's something that Sharp has to keep on top of. And it's just a little bit harder because Ample's going to have a few more units.
Does that block?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I don't even. Did he even need the other depot down there in the bottom below the other depot that was making?
Yeah, because he set 2 Marines out to attack this flying barracks. He didn't have enough DPS to kill the vultures. So like Sharp actually used that moment. If the depot wasn't there, he would have run in and gotten more damage because there was no vulture yet. So I mean, I think it was a good block overall. And oh wow, this isn't very much like how Sharp normally plays. He is going for a pretty quick starport here. Like, he went for the mines, which is pretty normal. He scouted 3 factory vulture, which is a really normal follow-up. I'm not sure what his plan is here with this starport, though. Like, it looks like he wants to go Wraith, but I think he has to build a bunker with this, likely. Like, I'm actually really... If Sharp doesn't build a bunker, I could see Ample possibly getting a quick victory here.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like it would be for
I don't
a drop ship. This just doesn't
understand.
look like a good position where each player starts to do any kind of a drop, right? I guess you could go all the way around the,
All right, nice push.
right side of the map in that big blind spot, but yeah, I mean, I would guess it would be for Wraiths.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, he is going to make the bunker.
So do they always just like wall?
Actually, you know what would be good about the drop?
Like they
I guess,
both have like a
is
2
the
depot
timing
wall.
is
What
so
the
off.
fuck?
You would never.
Like, where do you
like,
rally?
If he makes
Just
a
out
drop
front?
ship from here and drops, you're gonna be like, what? You know, you kind of have it in your head, like when things like a drop will hit, and this would be like a very off timing. So there is potential for Sharp to.
Yeah, I know
damage,
vultures are really
but
goated.
Map control should go almost 100% to Ample here for a little bit, but Sharp's used to that. Like I was saying at the beginning, like he doesn't really do standard.
Yeah,
openers,
I just want to see
and
what
he
like the
almost
matchup
always
looks like
loses
from like
his
a
map
like an
control in
like
early
I just want to start watching Brood War. Like that's actually the point.
So Ample's got.
It's
a
just to like
decent amount of vultures
watch
pulled
Brood
out
War.
here.
It's not. I'm
This
not
is
even
all
like
very
learning that
common in
much, but
TBT to see the accumulation of
just to
lots
watch a
of
couple
vultures
games
out on the map, and
a day.
because they're so fast.
But eventually,
and
I'll get all the
drop,
because you can get the replays.
coming up here.
Everybody's
He's actually
replays
not
and
gonna
shit.
go around the other side. He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
go down
lower
through the
Case's
left,
voice
but
actually.
I guess it's a move that. I mean, there aren't turrets
Yeah, so
over
like
there, right? And if we
I'm
do
gonna
see
just get
vultures over here
replays
in the front, maybe there's nothing to
from the
protect
top
these
Terrans.
SCVs over here in the natural.
Take a look at those.
He does have 3
But-
tanks and a bunker with 2 Marines, so I would feel very confident.
I also
moving
just wanna
on
see what it
huge
looks
amount of
like.
vultures with that. So it all
Conceptually.
comes down to how much damage this will be from Sharp. I've never seen this particular build, Tasis, but it feels like it's working really well.
No, this is smart. You know what he did earlier? We almost missed it, but 2 vultures.
How much
kind of
damage did that
faked
get?
Trying to run inside the main, and then ran away. And then, from Ample's perspective, he thought, "Oh, okay. Well, I've stopped your counterattack, and now I can try to chase this down and kill it and keep that vulture lead." And then he actually dropped. And the surface area here is perfect. It's got the depot, the bunker, the tanks, and even one vulture blocking that area off. And so he's not able to get in there with his own vultures. And this is just right now really bad for Ample. I mean, he's just losing workers. He isn't able to trade anything out. The one Wraith is here, and it's killing the SCV that's making the armory. Obviously, that's eventually going to finish, but this is a lot of lost SCVs in a 2-base versus 2-base situation, and I don't see any way for
Bro,
Ample
they
to
do
counterpunch.
so much on 2 bases, man.
I don't as well. Like this looks dominating for Sharp at the moment.
Fuck.
Like he's got to get his comsats up. That's the only thing that's a little bit late here. But he still has mines in between the bases. He knows his opponent doesn't have comsats. He's forcing Goliaths from here. He's already killed a fair amount of
Dude, they
SCVs, so I
play
would say without
for like
any doubt,
way
Sharp has more workers
like
right
on
now,
this
and he
lower
has a
economy for like
higher
way
quality
longer.
army with more tanks. I can't believe it, man. Like I've never seen this opener. Like I see vulture drops all the time against gasless expansion, but the fact that he went like 2 factory, kind of slower drop ship, I think you're right. When he poked with the 2 vultures, because you kind of expect a little something. It's like, oh, is he going to try to run by my bunker? Is he going to try to drop? And then like he even takes a bunch of damage on him and backs him up. It's like, yeah, I guess there's no drop. And then in the drop does a decent damage and he's pushing out. Like this looks really good for Sharp right now.
I don't know what kind of player I'm going to be at.
Well, sometimes when you drop later, it's almost better. Because if they don't sense a drop coming right away, a lot of the defenses for that will be ignored later on. And that's kind of what happened here. I mean, he set it up a pretty deceptive, fake little counterattack beautifully.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun.
That's annoying.
We're going to have a good time.
Make that if he wants to make more factories. But,
Going to make good content.
you know, for now, we're seeing Sharp just kind of continue to have these nice little plays. Comes in there and
We're
snipes
going to make
the
good
SCV
content.
that was
That's all that
making
matters.
command center. I'm a little bit surprised, just based off how this game has gone so far, to see a command center made out in the open you know, for how high risk that really is.
Yeah. Well, another drop coming out for Sharp here. He's going to try to lay mines, but Ample was really smart to put down 2 siege tanks. Oh, wow. Wow. The tank actually did not target the mine there. You needed to manually target it. So it actually loses a lot more than I thought he would there. But Ample's defense is okay, and he is getting that relatively quick 3rd command center. So that's
I love
the
the just like random 2 wraiths.
For now, these vulture drops are, and honestly, the wraiths in the back here too. It's doing a good job being annoying. I mean, this isn't a
Bro,
ton of
look at the
damage, but
map.
There's not depots that are
That's
being
so
built. I think it's
sick,
Academy
dude.
that
It's
isn't-
literally
oh, no,
Terran
it
creep
must be
spread.
Blizzard.
This is like
Armory?
actually what
Second
Terran
Armory?
should have in
I think so, yeah.
Well,
in
something's not
fucking
being made. I
SE2.
can't quite tell.
Like some like
But,
because
I mean, this is
the
like
mines
decent.
actually just keep vision.
I do feel like
They're not even like they
Sharp
obviously they
playing
pose a
really
threat, but the
nice
real
game
thing you
here.
get
Didn't
out of them
overmake
is
Wraith
vision.
Either. He's got just enough that
It's actually creep
something
spread.
you have to
It's
respect. It was
fucked.
actually the
Look at
engineering
it.
bay that was in the process of being completed. Sharp has a 3rd base now, but is going to have a 4th soon too, with this SCV out in the open, making that command center. And it seems like Sharp is comfortable moving out on the map. Now, there's a lot of mines, but I think with the tank number, he should be able to clear this,
SC2
no
TVT
problem.
is pretty goated though,
He's literally just
for sure.
moving through most of it.
And
Those
I think
scans
that
has to move up to high ground because
you
of
do
those
it with
disrupts.
Marines
But
in
now,
that
here
in that
comes
matchup,
Ample.
but
If
it's
Ample
that
can
kind of
get
scouting
the
is trash in the
ledge
other 2
above
matchups.
that mineral base, he can actually turn
That's
this
why
game
everyone
into his
relies
favor
on
very
sensor
quickly.
towers.
So Sharp is coming over with a ton of units. Very, very important. Should start sieging these as well. This is the most important spot on the map for this early portion.
Yeah,
of the
because he's
game.
got to defend that cliff.
And it looks like Sharp should be able to hold really easily. He gets a ton of tanks up there, plenty of vultures as well to kind of tank damage, and will push Ample back. But that's okay. Like, Ample can kind of just siege in this general area, and they can make a little no man's land in the center.
Ample bled off.
Dude, yeah, so we've taken a 3rd at like 12 minutes.
Up to that moment, that's maybe the most important point. in
That's
the
actually
game
so
that
hot.
happened there. Sharp
Yeah,
did
they just
manage
have,
to
like,
control the high ground
constant
pretty easily. A decent amount of tanks are picked off. Once
drop
again,
ship
Sharp's gonna loop
play.
around the map. If he doesn't go through the middle, he'll avoid all the mines. If he just makes the the long way, and he's gonna drop in the main again. I don't know how many turrets have actually been laid out here. It feels like this game has been so much about powering tanks and vultures that okay, actually he does have a decent.
Yeah, I have to
defense
see like
over
how
there.
their buildings get laid out too.
Turrets.
I love how Sharp's moving down the map, by the way. He has that one very important area kind of defended, and now he's just attacking down through the center. He's kind of closing in on Ample a little bit. This is, like, unbelievable play from Sharp. Like, we know he's great at Terran versus Terran. He's always delivered in this matchup, but this almost feels like a different level. Ample had a great opener. It looked like he should be in good shape. And Sharp is just destroying. Like, he is always in a better position. He's out-strategized in a lot of ways, despite having an inferior build order. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, he has really made this a pretty complicated game here for Ample. The Wraiths trying to drive back this barracks a little bit here. Center control going to Sharp. It's not clear to me how safe the 9 o'clock base is, but what is clear is that Ample is behind on expansions. And we're seeing Sharp now take yet another base here in the top right. And the map just feels very claustrophobic right now, from Ample's perspective.
I'm inspired right now. Like, watching the way Sharp is playing this, he's expanding so quickly. He's so on point. He looks absolutely fantastic. Pushing this area. He just pushed the other area. He's pushing this area while expanding once again. It does look like Ample's going to get some counter damage, though. This is what happens. You're so active on the map, there's nothing at home. So there will be a bit of damage here. He slows the 5th base as well, which is important. And hopefully Ample can do something to break one of these tank lines. If you allow both of Sharp's tank lines to remain, you're never going to win this game.
Yeah, I think counter drops here from Ample are going to be a must. Right now, he's just been on the receiving end, He's just been, like, being hit with drops and running over there with his own tank.
So how many factories is that?
Driving it out and then making turrets there to defend, but the map right now...
I gotta
very much
find out how
control.
many, what
I
like
wouldn't be
the
surprised to
structure
see
is.
Another base come down here in a little bit. Sharp is
Like per
almost
base.
maxed out. He's got a really healthy surround, and the only base that can
Looks like
easily be
6?
taken right now by Ample would
7
be,
maybe?
the mineral
This is gonna be a
which doesn't
replay
really-
diff.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great, right? You really want a gas base in a position like this.
Totally. Like, taking a mineral only as your 3rd base is okay, because you're still in the like the heavy vulture phase, and it kind of like leapfrogs you into more bases. But like after that, people generally ignore mineral onlys. It's like, no, we just need to expand that gas count, get more tanks, possibly starport units, continue those upgrades. And Sharp is doing a great job of that. He's even got a lot of dropships and everything. It looks like Ample is going to try a break, and he should be able to break.
Yeah, she's got like a nice
and
big
again, if
switch
he can
spot.
get that high ground above the mineral
So much room
base,
under there.
maybe he can turn this game around still.
Well, there's not going to be much above this other than what's moving in here right now. He doesn't have any tanks sieged up. Oh!
That was an insane mine. I cannot believe it.
I missed that.
His units did not target it. And as Sharp comes up to defend this, I think that's game over. That's game over in my opinion, Tasteless. You are not coming back from this.
He made no progress there.
No progress.
He fed his entire army into
Hell no.
especially all the tanks.
That's how you lose your cat
and
friendship
remember,
status.
the extra gases that Sharp has. You
Can't do
defeat those
that.
Tanks that fast. Again, the game just getting easier and easier here for Sharp. We've got some vultures on the mini map moving out to the lower right.
It's like crazy how there's like so
They
much
might
shit
be able to
going
come
on
there
on
and
the
get
map.
Top right base. But Sharp also
Fuck.
has a lot of dropships being made. I don't know if that was a bad rally or what, but we just saw a lot of tanks bleed off there into the tank line.
Thing is, he can bleed a lot. He's expanded so many times. He's even taken that left-hand base, which I really didn't expect to see taken by Sharp of all people.
Yeah, but it's literally because of them, because you can't select
Time for Sharp to just leave
the units. It's actually so funny, but so sick.
Just to stop stuff like this. Yeah, see just 2 tanks, puts a glide down. That's like basically perfect. That'll stop vulture run-bys almost 100% for the rest of the game. So Ample right now, I think this is like his last chance to do anything is to make a really strong siege line across the bottom and expand to the right rapidly. And he must deny the 3 o'clock main from Sharp if he is to win this game.
The 3 o'clock? Oh yeah, so he needs to stop. Yeah, the fully 3 o'clock base. Got it.
Here as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop this, and he's actually going to drop these units over here into the center, to one of the more awkward slices of the map where there's high ground, just to make sure that everything that's tucked into the back here, just almost.
It's also because pathfinding AI is worse.
Is going to be safe, but
for sure, but I think the major thing is that like you kind of can't control that many units, so like things spread out a lot because of that, I think.
What do you think, Artosis?
Yeah, it looks like he's going that way. That is a lot of dropships. 7 dropships will blow up a base quickly. So, you know, there are like 3 or 4 dropships that Ample has. Maybe he can come back and block this with those, plus the SCVs, plus the pre-siege tanks. Oh, that was a big...
Man, he fucking drops that shit out fast. Does he click on the... just on the ground? Or on the units themselves? Yeah, he was... Ample was fucking ready, though.
The drop actually doesn't do anywhere near as well as I
yeah, because he had no... he had like, what, 2 tanks or something? So he just, like, jams whatever in there.
Sharp has
like doesn't even just needs to be
kind of
okay.
Fumble the ball a little bit with units, and it's probably going to be okay. Meanwhile, a huge vulture run by is going to come up here and hit this top right base. You know, these moments are really what Ample needs if he's going to recover here.
Oh, unfortunately, he loses a lot of vultures to that last tank volley, so won't get as much damage as he was looking for at that base. But still, he's being annoying, and he's starting to push this other base. You know, this is why you kind of want like a handful of units at each base.
This is Obsidian and it's free and it's the best. Very goated.
But Ample's making some progress, which is really impressive. But don't forget, he's mining out a lot. He's only mining from 2 bases right now. Sharp has a lot. Like, he can lose one of these bases and still be completely fine.
Another counter drop's going to come in here to try to stop the progress of this push. And I'm not sure if he can actually do it. I mean, the tanks are getting closer and closer here. They are now in range to hit this command center. And, you know, this has been a very uphill game from Ample, but he's kind of equalized stuff. I think positionally it's still better for Sharp, but, like, the supplies are even. We've seen a lot of the defending plays.
I forgot you can lift.
Kind of backfire and blow up in his
I
face.
thought you could lift the
Ample is absolutely still in this game.
fucking science facility.
It's impressive watching him fight back. Like, you know, he gets some of the SCVs in the top right. He forces a lift off.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
top left.
Obsidian's
There's
goated.
still a lot of dropships here. I think that at this point, what you want to do is maintain.
Very, 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 very sick for
Like,
for
I think trying to
for learning
kill
SE
Ample at this
and for
point
studying
is,
and build order.
very
like
difficult to do.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of start sieging, making turrets, that type of thing, you know, that's going to make it really tough for Ample to continue this comeback.
Yeah, he's got the whole bottom, like, right side section off. Like, it's a massive tank line across the entire map. It's actually fucking crazy.
You know, the third spawn on the map that neither of them had.
Any good for storing your login information for work? No, I would use Bitwarden for that. Do not do that.
Feel a little bit like that's going to go to Sharp.
Yeah, the problem with the extensions is that they're not, like, in a store. Like, they're community extensions, but, like, they could get hijacked if anything ever happens to the GitHub. Yeah, I use Bitwarden. I pay the small fee for two-factor, not two-factor, but for for two-factor authentication stuff and for family sharing.
That's one of the cleanest.
Bitwarden is goated. Like, I love that thing. It's open source as well, so, like, you know, it's third-party verified, like the whole bit. I think it also has, like, the highest level of encryption for, like, any of the passive managers. I also lock it with a YubiKey, so, like, I go the whole 9 yards, bro. Like, you need one of these.
Ample is losing a lot, man.
There's a physical USB key in here, so you have to break into my fucking house. And you need my password, which I have memorized and it's not written anywhere. Get fucked. And it's like 30 characters long.
Definitely got a lot more supply at the moment, but really only his top two right bases
What about Kaspersky? I know.
Ample, but not dominating in that way.
Hey, what's your address? Just look up your mom's house.
Overextended a little bit too much. I don't even know why he would be dropping around that mineral only base. Like, it's not exactly a great spot. And Sharp's got a pretty insane.
Yeah, of course. Like, this game is way more position centric. To be honest, like,
tank upgrades.
If we take a moment to, like, think about, I think position will begin to matter a lot more in the TVX matchups in SE2 because of the lack of, the TVZ specifically, because of the lack of a depth, but or the lack of yoink. Now that you can't yoink tanks, the problem with SE2 is that TVP, the tank, is a worthless unit beyond like 3 of them, and they'll legit never fix that. I think, like, I don't think the intern has any desire to, and it really sucks that it's like that. But TVP, the tank sucks, and the tank is a thing in TVX matchups that create positioning. It's the reason that Terran is a positional race, and you see it in TVT, but you don't see it really as much in TVP and formerly TVZ. Like, it's more about having excellent, like, let's say, like, if you're playing Biomine, it's more just like, okay, we're gonna fucking have perfect micro with our mines, and it doesn't matter so much where you take the fights as so much as you're prepared for the fights. It's like, you know, and have your mines do the right things. Yeah, no, like, the Viper is literally, it nullifies the fact that the siege tank exists, which it's just anti-play. And I mean, it's obviously was balanced. Like, it's not like it was imbalanced. It just makes for really bad design. It's like, okay, so I have this sick position. I, like, worked the entire game to get to the spot. And then the Zerg builds a unit, and it just takes that away. Like, okay. It made tank lines worthless. Now, TVP, I don't think they're ever going to fix it. And late game, the tank is not very good, but what's the design between, the difference between design and balance? Okay, so the difference between design and balance is from in my opinion, and definitionally, because, like, some people will say that balance is design and design is balance. When we design things, we change the function of units, and not for the sake of tweaking win rates. And when you balance stuff, you're changing the function of units, or I guess in some ways the function used specifically to adjust win rates. And that's the only main differentiation. So, like, if you changed the Viper's abduct because, you know, Cyril is winning too much and he needs to win less, well, that's a balance change. You're just trying to make it the Viper a little bit worse. When you take away abduct because you fundamentally don't like the way that all of TVZ plays and would like to bring that power somewhere else, that's a design change. Right? It's not a balance change. Zerg isn't overperforming necessarily or underperforming. It's just that the game doesn't play the way that you want it to, and it looks like ass and plays like ass. So you made a change, and we'll see how it goes. Like, that's a design change. Or turn Broodlords into Guardians to give up on Broodlings. Yeah, I think that Broodlings are shit, and Broodlords are bad design. But I think free unit generation is just bad design in general. It doesn't feel very good, I think, from the non-free unit generation side. But I think it might be a little too forgotten. I think the Broodlord feels a lot more like a Guardian now with the bug fix than it ever has, and with the Thor being maneuverable and the Ghost being 2 supply again and light and 125 HP. Like, maybe we'll see that you don't spam a shit ton of Broodlords because the counters are very strong and plentiful. Well, so we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get too off topic. I don't want to think too much about SC2 or in the Brood War meme, but yeah, I don't really care about the state of balance in SC2 at all, because I truly believe that it's not designed very well at the moment. This is probably the best designed it's been, and it's probably going to be the most imbalanced it's been for a long time in the coming months. But I think that the ideas behind what have been changed are solid and sound. I think that, making Zerg units late, late game pretty good, to actually give them a spell to make the units good, and good. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a new
I guess
thing.
is a new addition in production.
I think there's a lot
But
that's
then I'm
good.
confused about who has which upgrade.
Yeah, I am too. Whoever they were clicking on was the bottom one.
Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like, I'm gonna see if Artos has got that one. I'm not totally sure what's going
Oh
on.
yeah,
here,
like
but-
he's just getting
seriously,
completely
I'm like,
smothered out of the
oh,
map.
Did we screw something up, Taste?
He's so fucking smothered out of this map.
Oh my gosh.
Where have you been?
So
ahead,
Ample
Artos.
right now is trying to retake this base. It is definitely doable.
Yeah, so it looks like whenever he does whenever you hold positions like this, and I'm just kind of noticing this is a little off the cuff. It's like you want to do 4 tanks plus, can hold random positions, high grounds, etc. Like, it just looks like this. Like, very frequently you're seeing these clumps of 4 plus tanks. Not too many. Like, I probably won't go over 8 ever, but to not to track supply, but and then to break them, you just drop all on them, which is actually so sick that you really can't, you really fucking cannot just walk into tanks in this game. You must find another way around it, which I think is great.
Expanding to both the 3 o'clock main and natural. So that's kind of the next thing that
It's actually
Ample
so
needs to deal
sick.
with. If Sharp gets those bases, 3-player maps, the reason why they're so fun is because you have to battle over the third base, the third main base. And if someone gets that, generally that player will end up winning. So definitely
Yeah.
something
That is
keep in mind.
actually a
Sharp
sick
doing a big
observation.
drop here over the mineral base, getting this incredibly powerful position. That is a lot of Goliaths. That is a hilarious amount of Goliaths. But yeah, we're getting to the very end of this game now, I think.
So why build so many
He is
Goliaths?
completely pinned
Like,
right
just
now.
in case he tries to do
Unfortunately,
something
that
fancy,
block base again, he's gonna lose the mineral
Tech to
only
PC
to
or
stay
Wraiths or
all
some
the way
shit.
back to 3 bases. GG. Sharp with a little
Just
bit
nail
over
in the
map,
coffin it.
crushing through there. Great play at the start, I think, and just ultimate.
Just wait.
Really,
Oh my god, they're sponsored by Razer? Man, fuck this. What's wrong with our StarCraft 2, man?
man.
Ugh. Death Adder Pro. Good mouse.
It's
Only have it's
was a
tired. We'll say come up here and usurp. Isn't that
break. Probably won't be till late in the tournament. I will sparkle that we've ever. He is
unpacked?
Oh my god, dude.
Actually has a pretty tough group.
Of the opportunity to get to know the StarCraft.
The fuck am I? What the fuck happened? Okay. I don't know what happened. Is this one game? Or was that game 2? Best of 1 at the start. What the fuckery? Okay, so this is PvZ. I have no intention of watching PvZ. Okay, I guess. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, sorry, Larva in the bottom left and Sharp in the top right. I have so much to say about
Sharp.
the map that I just want to sit here and talk about it forever because it's like such an insane map design. I do want to give props to the ASL team for making them play this because I think our assessment is right that we just wouldn't see this map till the end, till best of sevens, because everyone would just veto it, except maybe in mirror matchups. And so it's great that we're gonna force everyone to play on it, but like I actually think, Tasteless, that this will go down in history as one of the most imbalanced maps ever.
I don't know.
What map
man.
is that?
I think that it's not. I mean, let's see. Okay, but I mean, it
What
definitely
map
comes
is
with
this?
Issues. I do feel like we've had. In some ways, I like the fact that there is this kind of
The River Island one.
There's a couple normal features on the map, like in the layout, and then there are also
Okay,
islands.
this is the last
A
game we're
lot of
watching
the
for today, and
early
then I'm
island
sending you
maps,
guys
we go
away.
way far back. For those of you guys who are like,
Because then I want to
2000s,
summarize my day for
StarCraft,
today, and
maps like Dire
so
Straits,
I can
which was
chuck it into a
basically a
YouTube
map
video eventually.
in the ocean speckled with islands.
Yes.
And that was what a lot of island maps looked like. And I don't. First of all, nobody would have known or could have ever known that this would have ended up being the most complicated competitive game of all time, right? So Blizzard's just like throwing together a couple cool ideas for maps, and they did a great job, by the way, back then, for having a ton of very interesting ideas for maps laid out. Excuse me. But then, we realized pretty quickly this just kind of comes with fundamental problems, specifically for Zerg, where they can't get a base. Then you had a map like Sparkle in the modern era, and that was like, okay, well, you're on these bigger
The
islands. with
fuck
bases.
am I
That
even
has to be
looking
too
at?
Good for Zerg. I'm actually skipping a step here because you also had maps like Estrella, excuse me, and Neo Hala Valhalla, which is where you started out on an island, but then you'd get onto land, and everything outside of your island was connected. So what I like about this is there's, about 70% of the map is this big land bridge that's connected, but then you have a cluster of islands in the bottom right and a solo island in the
So there's
top
an
right.
island
And
in the
I
middle.
want to see where this goes because
Oh wait, are there
in some ways,
3 islands in the bottom right,
each of the races
and then
will
it's like a
give
V
access to island
on the
play.
top side?
Yes.
Like
Oh
remote
my
island
fuck.
play, I should say, not like Sparkle where there's like 4 big islands basically. But it gives you access to turtling and hiding on islands. But at the same time, there's a land game that has to be addressed in at least somewhat normal StarCraft 1 fashion. Like you could be proxied here, right?
Yes.
You could have your gas stolen here. You could end up with a Hydra bust that would kill the Protoss players. So it's like we have the opportunity for island games once you get through the complexity of the early game and the mid game here. Now, that being said, I also think that once somebody starts to get control of islands here, it's going to get pretty heavy-handed.
Well, I do want to just fight back on one thing. I think most of what you said there was right, but because you have a high ground natural...
A note file? Yeah, so the reason that it's like this is just because I had the original Reacts like template and I just didn't want to resize it. But yeah, it should really be like this. It should be like that. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, but then we can go. So we can do the swapperoo here. We can do this. Nah, it still fucks it up. Nope, day 9. Fuck you. We're doing it. We had it. We had it right. Nope. Okay, let's put it back. We had it right. I have Twitch chat above this thing. Yeah, we're note maxing. I had like no fucking clue what I was looking at in the first game.
Super weak, and
But it's okay.
You're totally correct.
We've seen in the past.
You're totally correct.
Yeah, like for instance, in Terran vs. Protoss,
Sleep well, buddy.
you will not be able to break a Nexus first. It is literally impossible. It's the furthest rush distance of any map. It's further than any map cross spawn even, and it's a ramped natural, which already makes it so you can't do it. So it's like, I do think this will be the most imbalanced map ever, but. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see because they're going to force a lot of games on the map, which I really appreciate.
It's funny because I think for a lot of people watching,
So, like,
they look at this and go like, well, why don't they want to play on island? This map, this looks so fun. The games are great. And it's that these guys have played.
Oh,
so much on
we've done like a
Mac for somewhat
1-on-1? Like
of the
really
two,
fast
and maps
starport
like
from
this are
Sharp.
basically as far away from that a bad player feels like, oh, I don't know if I'm ever.
But
gonna
like,
beat a good
why?
player on a map like this? There's too much to understand.
Is
Too
it
many layers,
for
maybe afraid of some
like
kind
for
of weird
drops
cheat
or
they haven't
what?
thought of
Like to get
that
onto the
they come
islands?
up with. So a lot of times both sides.
Yeah, it
focus
must be
on
because
something
he's
they've
got the
played,
facility already.
tens of thousands of games on.
Oh,
Yes,
full wall
that is-
too.
That is a fact. So, it looks like here it's like a 1-1-1 build out of Sharp that's a really, really fast starport. He's going to open with a Wraith and maybe get a few Overlords, get a bit of scouting going as
Holy
well.
fuck.
Not a terrible idea to just tech up really quickly. You know, if the game goes long, obviously...
Oh, the Wraith
tech
is
gonna be
insane at
incredibly
hunting
important.
Overlords. What the fuck?
Larva's just playing
It's
a
like a
very
Viking on
straightforward game, which I think is
steroids.
the right way to play it. You're never going to be able to cheese Terran out on this map. Like, what possibly could you do cheese-wise? It doesn't... nothing comes to mind. You're just going to have to play a normal game and hopefully, like, break him with the mutas or, like, hit a push with Dark Swarm or something. I don't know. But, ooh. Wow, that's surprising. But, yeah, almost loses that Vulture there.
Wait, does he just
And
go
He's actually doing a reasonable job.
hunt around for the fucking Overlords?
He should be able to kill this Overlord and get out just in time. So nicely done. He saw the second gas. He will come in here and get a confirm. Is he going to try to get a third Overlord? Can you get away with this?
I think he's right. I think
I
he
guess
just
he would
barely gets
know.
it. Yeah.
Holy
because I
fucking
think he
hell,
already
man.
knows
Lose the Wraith?
It was a supply block. No, he'll get out with the Wraith.
Wait,
maybe?
what does he even have? Oh, Scourge.
Well, not if you fly directly through the Scourge. Normally, there's a little bit of micro you can do and sometimes get away there. But, all right, good catch at least. But he kills 3 Overlords, which I'm sure he's happy with.
Because I was going to say, you have no
I
queen.
mean, killing 3 Overlords is great,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
The fuck?
normally you would expect to at least lose one. You know, with that Overlord that's going to be out on the periphery of their base.
Wait, and then
And
straight
he's
to
gonna be really
fucking
quick irradiate.
irradiate?
Kind of a fun way to tech up here.
What the
You're
hell?
basically you're speed running your way to getting irradiate out as fast as possible.
What
So
the
it'd be very
fuck?
punishing if somebody goes for mutas.
Well, as long as you keep those vessels alive, like you get 2 vessels out with a radiate, and you're in really good shape with a build like this. But Larva at least does scout that with the Scourge. He sees the science facility, so that's nice. And look at how quick he has for the evolution chamber. I'm not surprised to see this. Anytime you have a map that's like, oh, this might be difficult, Crazy Zerg is a good way to play it against Terran. It's like Crazy Zerg will.
So he's got like,
kind of a
okay,
robust
so
strategy.
turrets.
You know, when we look at, why would this
May
be maybe
not
difficult for Zerg?
mid
Right?
by
Like normally we're thinking about their more normal
6:30.
tech routes, whereas Crazy Zerg doesn't care what the map looks like.
So he makes 2 mutas. I feel like if you just show these 2, it's so obvious you're not going to commit here.
Yeah.
But I guess you want to try to scout whatever you can. I mean, 2 is never the number, right? It's like just like 1's never the number. I guess in some ways 1 would be the number even more so than 2 could ever be. If it's like, well, there's like a dropship stuck somewhere I can't get, but I can kill it. Anyways, the Crazy Zerg style, which is basically tech into Hive, get ultras and cracklings. I kind of like this because it could also make drops very strong on the islands. So I think in some ways it's a great way to just kind
Not a
of
bad idea.
approach the map.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Zergs, I mean, lurker drops are like okay on island maps, but if the Terran's ready for them, like you're basically never scared of lurkers if you have a small number of units that are ready for them.
Yeah.
But if you have like Overlord speed and you have, 8 Zerglings in one Overlord and 8 in another one, you can drop and do crazy amount of damage with the Adrenal upgrade.
One thing I have to mention is we saw a Hydralisk Den. I don't know if he's going to go Lurkers, but I think he might because he basically has...
Oh, Scourge fucking
mutas,
blew up on the
which I
factory.
think it's a reaction to the vessels. But like as soon as you mix Lurkers in, it isn't exactly Crazy Zerg. The crazy part of Zerg is skipping Lurkers into Filers. But you can go fast carapace upgrades with Lurker into Ultra, which is like, it's very similar, right? So this will, I mean, oh my gosh, he's already dropping islands. This will either be a Hydro
Is he on
Lurker to Fire
both?
play, or this will be Lurker into Ultra play is my guess.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, there's a big attack coming up here now. I don't see anything defending the space.
Is this a big
basically
attack? I don't know what a
totally
big
defended,
attack
which
actually
is
looks
kinda
like.
Crazy. Like, why would you?
Oh
even
my
make that
fucking
mix at all if
God.
You can't, keep it around. But, you know, the Zerg's going to take 2 other bases, and I think it's going to be extremely hard for Sharp to get over there. If Sharp doesn't switch into some kind of drop play pretty quickly,
Yeah, but
Zerg's going to have 4 bases that you
I
can
mean, but he has the ability to build dropships
ships
like immediately, right?
It's pretty invincible right now. Like you
And he can
actually
irradiate the
have to do
mutas.
something to blow that
Oh, I guess he
up.
has Scourge.
Yeah, this is already so exciting, man. Like very different strategies. I love that Larva just gives that up and says, "Screw it, it's fine. I'm taking these other bases." I want to see if he's actually going to be going for any Hydras or Lurkers.
God,
here, or
that
is this
walk
just gonna be
path is
straight into crazy
fucking
Zerg and, like,
hilariously
collecting
long.
Niduses? I'm not sure.
Jesus.
You know, the more I look at this, the more I like this map for Zerg.
Yeah.
It just feels like...
I love how Artos
at
is
least
like,
with
yeah,
the
like I
approach
said at the
that Larva
beginning,
has,
but
that this is like pretty good. I didn't actually appreciate how many rocks are on that base that Larva takes close to the center.
Yeah.
Not a lot of room for spores and sunks.
ah,
Important.
Nidus.
Otherwise, like if you
Ooh,
just
nice
built
micro.
cannons or spores. Or
Oh,
missile
wow, wow,
turrets,
wow, wow.
It becomes like basically impossible to ever hit. You know, like it's like.
So why build
Yes,
2
you
Nidus?
have
I guess.
Terran
Oh,
you could
because
break
you
it,
can't
right?
spawn
Like,
more than
yes,
one
you have
head.
A lot of Yamato you could break.
It's one head per Nidus, maybe.
You
I don't.
want it like
Is that how it
otherwise,
works?
There's actually the potential for engagement. So I do like that they've made it difficult in that way. And yeah, I mean, looking at how this game is being played, it does look like it's maybe going towards Larva's
Ah,
favor.
okay.
Oh, I love this
This is so
idea.
sick.
Okay, well, Larva wrecks that idea, but that was a great idea.
I've never quite seen that used like
No.
that. That's actually so interesting.
Yeah.
So he can do the eraser. This is where you have a radiant on the vessels, and like it almost seems like Larva kind of forgot this was like a factor. This is a really old, for me in my mind, like the most iconic thing you could do in Brood War. I remember when I was finally learning about this game, and I'm like, this game's crazy, man. He killed off a decent number of drones. I don't know how worth it was because he lost the vessels.
He microed that really poorly. I'll be completely honest here. He microed that like crap. Like that. He must have gone back to macro because if you paid attention there as a Terran player, you kill almost every drone easily in that position. So
Oh, I have to see that. That fucking
there.
dude. That barracks placement looks like a fucking Tetris piece.
So he's taking the 3rd base. Remember that all the bases on land. Well,
Yeah, so like
I shouldn't say
you
all.
literally
They're
have to
further
doom
out
drop
here,
it. You can't even
base,
do.
so
What do you
not
even do?
natural, but everything else
You have to build air
pretty
units,
sparse.
right? Or do you just expand on ground?
Resources.
That's crazy. Okay.
Oh, dude,
Hold
there's
on a second.
ledges above these islands. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could actually put stuff up there like that. I always looked at this and I thought, can one island hit the other island? Was what I looked at. And I didn't appreciate, oh, there's these ways to punish this. And I guess on a map like this where the rocks are spread in such a way it's hard to defend these corners, suddenly drops are a lot stronger on here.
For sure, for sure.
Oh
like,
my God,
this
medic
is
got
this is
here.
awesome to see. And
Wait, does a
yeah,
medic just
having the
body
ledges,
block?
That's actually counterplay for Terran. Because Terran never actually makes big, strong air armies. That's not really a thing. You know, you'll see battlecruisers sometimes or like weird Wraith builds, but like as you approach the later game, like Terran air just generally isn't the way to go. So I do like the counterplay of like maybe we'll actually see. Remember this phrase, the turbo newbie?
So would you want to like hold
Takes on a
position the
ledge over a
ultras there or
base,
what?
basically,
Yeah,
like-
this ledge is
Turbo
hot.
Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was all of Lost Temple was just like, all right. And then there would be the Zerg doing the same thing where they make hatcheries on the ledge.
Yeah.
It was just like people
So
making stuff on
stupid.
each other's high ground.
But very, very cool to see. This is already playing out so weirdly. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing Sharp do some of these drops. Like, I feel like when you drop 1 or 2 medevacs onto...
Oh my god, the ultra's
1
stuck.
or 2 ultras, it's
Lol.
like this is just never going to work. But he's still going for it anyways.
I am like blown away here. This is so funny because Sharp was up over 100 supply and Larva was on like about 65 for a really long time, and the entire time you and I are like, he's winning. Like the 65 supply guy's
Yeah.
winning. And I think that our assessment is basically correct there. I am like, he's sitting here on 4 gases right now. Now, the gases on the islands are not full 5,000 gas geysers, just to put that out there. Ooh, battle cruisers. But, like, his resource count is really high, and there's still not a great way for Sharp to break anything.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird feeling for the Terran. 'Cause it feels like
So wait,
there's
is he
no
building
target
BCs now?
for-
There's no production tab.
You know, there's no target that's desirable to hit. You know, a lot of times in a game of Brood War, you'll look at one side of the map and go, okay, well, I can't attack in here, but maybe I could, like, you know, go to the
Yeah,
other
we're like
side of the
14
map,
minutes,
put
still
pressure
3
over here,
base.
But it's like, I don't think Zerg's going to be trying to take these out, you know, exterior bases for a while. I guess one way to look at it, too, is Terran could take, you know, a third base, which is what he's going to do here, and just try to expand himself. You know, we talked about in games where one side's really entrenched, sometimes the answer to how to deal with that base is to not deal with it. Maybe this becomes a lot more of a withdrawn game on both sides, where they're just going to
Why is he killing the Sunkens?
scramble for bases and turtle up.
You know, another thing to mention here, and this is going to sound like pretty stupid, but like I could see, like, let's say we played this game, this map a lot in this matchup. Okay, there is a huge amount of like just dead airspace in the bottom right. Like, if you actually did build up to like a really sick Terran air army, I could see you going for a stalemate in bottom right. Like, if you have like 12 3-3 Valkyries, you have some science vessels and like 12 battle cruisers, there isn't a Zerg army that can break that in just air. No matter how many Scourge Devourers and Mutas you make, you would never ever break something like that. The problem is when you get Plague involved, right? So like, right now we see Sharp, he's taking all these bases and everything, but
Yeah, but like,
safe. Like, he's
how is he
just played
doomed?
A very defensive game, and eventually Defilers will come out, and Defilers are like kind of the counter to everything in the late game.
I love that he just builds like one vulture
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
just
I
to
mean,
get map control
you
with
would have to have
mines.
everything mined out, I think, for that to work. I love this drop, by the way. Now, oh my god.
Oh, that's
the
actually
irradiance-
so sick.
I mean, assuming those are all full, this is going to be devastating.
I wonder. It could have been a fake. Let's see if he unloads. That was a fake,
yeah,
I
think. He
think.
didn't have anything in the... Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, no, it wasn't a fake, I guess. So yeah, that was very, very good irradiates.
Oh, we swapped the
Now,
Sunkens
GCs
for
in here.
the Spore Crawler
Scourge.
version.
Oh, the Scourge have +1 armor? I think he
Yeah,
might
they
have
must.
+1 air armor because yeah, you need +1 battlecruiser attack to stop Scourge air upgrades. So definitely something Sharp needs to get if he wants to continue on BCs.
Wait, what?
So this island base is going to go down. That's important because Terran needs more expansions. You can already see that, like, first of all, like Zerg, like Terran's never going to expand onto the Zerg's land side of the map. I don't think so, at least. I mean, if we do, I would welcome it.
Yeah.
Nobody's taken the top left, but
I mean,
it feels like it's a tough one.
this
for Zerg
looks
control.
like,
The drop ships are
to
a bit
my
faster.
untrained eyes.
But
Like,
maybe
Sharp's
Norman
kinda
needs
doing
to
all right.
To go over there.
Right?
But yeah, we're
Like,
gonna
he's
run out of
wrestled
base
back
quickly.
one
Yeah.
island
I'm
base.
kind of blown away by the way this game is looking so far. It's so cool. This Mass Scourge is such a good counter when they have +1 carapace against the +0 BC. As soon as BCs get +1 attack, even +3 carapace or Scourge don't do anything against them. So it's like a very important upgrade. But the Mass Ultra drops not really working out.
Is
for
it because they
Larva
just
as of
one-tap
yet,
them?
Then he drops on top of the army. Never really seen that either.
Wait,
That
what
is a
the
lot of
fuck,
drops.
dude?
Marines.
Holy crap.
I mean, it's
If
a
Zerg
lot,
supply
but it's
equals your
also a lot of
supply,
Marines,
you've
man.
been dead for a
You know,
long
the Ultras,
time.
They kind of bump into each other. You really want to have like surrounds. It's actually why you want to have cracklings with this, is because the cracklings deal so much extra damage. Okay, so he cleans up.
Yeah, it looks that way. Nothing really left over. The medic's going to try to get out. Not really a lot left for Sharp. He continues to make BCs. Still, I don't know if he's getting +1. I hope he is. But Larva's supply is really starting to shoot up here. He's almost caught up in supply, which is never good for this matchup for Terran.
I think that Sharp's misread when he saw the Overlords, I think he just thought there wasn't much of an army, so he decided to push out. And instead, Larva just had so much here that I think this actually...
I mean,
could
what
be the
should he have
game.
done? Nothing?
Like, he might just hit this bottom base here. Terran's going to mine out at his natural, like, really soon. So, I mean, how much does he actually have that he can support this with? Even the third base is
Like,
gonna
what do
slide
you
out, but
do?
there's
Like, because
actually
I
no
remember
place
dying
to
to this too.
go.
What do you fucking do against these ultras,
this is
bro?
rough. Yeah, I think he's almost dead. because Larva's just making mass hatcheries now. He's expanding everywhere.
Yeah.
There's, like, yeah, he's got these BCs. He's got some vessels left and everything. He's got the command centers and good upgrades on his Marines. But when you have these highly upgraded Ultras, it becomes very difficult to deal with. And the thing is, even if he deals with this, let's say that he kills everything off and he stabilizes his position, you research everything for defilers. And this army
does
doesn't
it
counter
radiate
that.
hurt SCVs?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Does it
Yes.
radiate hurt SCVs? It does.
Sure
Okay.
does.
Okay.
Sure does.
I thought
Flash
for a
tries
second
to
it
split.
didn't, and I'm like, no way.
What's up, Cloud, by the way?
But I guess the Ultra was
Split the
quite
map a
close to
lot
it.
and goes into mech or goes into mass
Crazy.
upgraded
Yeah,
tanks
there's
and
a unit
bio.
That's
Yeah.
like both biological.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Yeah, it can be healed and can be repaired, right? So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Can be
Well, I mean,
maelstrommed
look-
and can be locked down.
That's actually crazy. I hadn't even thought of those abilities when it comes to an SCV. So I think Sharp's gonna be out.
Yeah.
I mean, not only is he not able to do anything.
Does he like do
immediately,
tank
that,
lines or does he do like
has,
almost like
he's
SC2
gonna
style?
dry up on resources because truly the islands are
pushes?
very, very important to seize early on a map like this.
Yeah.
And so far, I gotta say,
I have
feel
to see, like-
Larva's shown us that Zerg is viable. I think
Yeah.
he picked the exact right approach to this map.
I think my read on
Oh,
this
just
map
like
was maybe
tank
wrong
marine
there.
pushes
It's
like
just,
to single locations.
He actually had such a good plan of playing crazy Zerg as opposed to some sort of defiler-based play. Because it like saves you a bunch of gas, you can get to the islands quickly.
And the Ultra doesn't splash, right? So like you don't need to
Impossible
split
break
your
the bio.
units.
Really smart stuff. GG. And Larva wins his group, man, against a very in-shape Sharp. Really well done. You can see how happy he is with that.
Yeah, it's so sick, dude.
Well, he's
I mean,
time where he's really
yeah,
focused on
I
this
I
time
think
where
I
he's
need
back.
something a little bit more standard, but I'll watch some replays on my own time. Gonna just consolidate my thoughts for the day and stuff like that. All right, I'm sending you away now. Away. Go away now. Who am I gonna send you to? Thank you for chilling with me. This is literally going to be the formula for the foreseeable future. Same thing, SE2, watch series, Brood War, watch series. I don't intend to change it, and I'll just work on YouTube in the background. And that's literally it. That's going to be it. And just work on getting better at both games. A little bit of Protoss here and there, just to make sure we can dust off Upsaya whenever we need to. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna raid special _. All right, get the fuck out of here. Get out. Get out. Thank you for all the tips, all the bits. I appreciate you guys very much. Makes me able to do what I'm doing and for longer. Okay, I love you all very much. You guys are the best. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I will catch you tomorrow on the flippity flop. Bye.